Can the federal government afford dental and prescription drug coverage?
Yeah, I know it's expensive, but I think it's something that should be done. I mean, there's so many people that, can't afford to look after their dental health, and that's pretty important because if your teeth really get in bad shape, you're going to end up in the hospital. So expensive, but I think it's doable.
I don't know if they can right now with everything that's happened, but it is a good thing that it should be made free for people who can't afford it, yeah. I think so.
I think, yes. They've ballooned up the deficit in all sorts of other ways. And so I think individual Canadians, because I know of some lower income Canadians who have terrible dental problems, and I think it's about time. It's how is it your mouth is not part of your body, so I think, it's long overdue.
Can they not? I mean, you're going to save on healthcare costs with improved dental care, right? And so...
Yeah.
You save a little bit here, you get to pay it on the other side, and it's about time, and the answer is yes, they can afford it.
Yes.
We all can, yeah. We can all pitch in.
I totally agree. Take care of the problem at the front, because at the end, it will cost more.
Yeah.
So I totally agree, yes.
It's got to be paid for, and if you want it, you've got to pay for it. So taxes are going to be affected. I'm amazed at all the money the government's been handing out over the last couple of years and how that's going to be dealt with. But health care is just one of the beautiful things about living in Canada, so we're all for it.
The money's there. I mean, the government says, oh, we don't have money for this, we don't have money for this. There's a lot of money going around. If they got money to shoot off a few guns and to support the warfare, then they got money to help the Canadian people for dental care and health care. You name it.
Yes, I think our government can afford to have dental coverage and drug coverage for every single citizen of Canada. It's a priority that I'm passionate about.
Do you think when Tommy Douglas suggested Medicare that Canada thought that we could afford it, but we did it? And I think maybe that's just how it has to be. And yeah, I think that we can make it happen. We have to, I think, because people are important, and without medical and dental, we're not showing that.
We can afford everything else. We were afforded COVID, the $2,000 CERB every month. I got a couple of those, so if we can afford that, we can afford anything.
Yeah, I think they just might have to take money from stuff that isn't as important, because I feel like healthcare and dental should be a priority. Every Canadian likes to brag about how we have free healthcare, but someone gets a $60,000 dental plan and they're out of luck, and that should be included in our health, because if you don't have working teeth, you're not really doing too well, are you?
I think it's a really good idea in the fact that, everybody should have, access to it. Is it affordable? I don't know. I don't understand Canada economics. Economics on that standard. I don't get to print money, so I don't understand it. So I hope it works out. I really do.
Not at the moment. I mean, we have such a huge deficit. We have debt. We have inflation. The idea of free pharmacare is not that I don't oppose it, in the sense that I rely on medication, and the idea that somebody could not afford that. But the provinces have programs in place, like in Ontario we have OHIP Plus. I think that the provinces should be the ones dealing with things like dental and pharmacare, and I think right now, amid an economic recovery, that is not a wise investment to make.
I mean, if we can cover all the medical expenses aside from that, why not include that in there? I mean, our taxes are already decently high, but I mean, there's plenty of money to go around, I'm sure.
The issue is, can the economy afford it? I would say it can. I think it's looking seriously at where the economy is growing, looking at where people are. We're coming out of COVID. Growth's been good for 8 months. It seems to me it's a reasonable standard, and the people will benefit, like workers will benefit. It's better supported. People will be at work.
I certainly think that they should make sure that they can afford it. I think it's incredibly important, and it is something that I believe that they can figure out, and they will figure it out, because it's something that we as Canadians need. Like with the income disparity, too many Canadians need this, that they're going to have to figure it out.
I think they can, and it's about time. I think they, if they really want to make this happen, they will find the ways of, redistributing certain costs that really have been, held on for too long in other areas.
To be very honest with you, I don't know what they can afford. I mean, they've been spending so much money, but I think it's important anyways. Look at me, I'm a senior. I think somebody in my condition has a disability, anything they can do to help, I think would be good, yes.